because I'm seeing the possibility of putting Georgia or keeping Georgia as a purple state.
I understand.
So I'm rallying against Tennessee and Mississippi and Alabama and even Florida. I mean the NAACP and other institutions, fraternities and so on, counsel many events in Florida because of the governor and Trump in Florida, and they should have. And we should keep Louisiana on the top of our list with those others. Arkansas, man, those states are super red. But another state that nobody's talking much about is Ohio.
Yes.
Ohio used to be a what do you call it?
Well, it was a free state at one time. It was
a contentious state.
Yeah.
But now it's turning red.
Well, let me ask you this one before we part ways today. You know, Fred, sometimes maybe I just need to drop the term African American or black and just be an American, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when I look at what people are doing and what they think you should be doing, I should just be an American. Just forget about being black or African American or even a Negro or colored at one time. And the other one has been on constantly. It never left, really. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know you have. Let's go up to Frisco, Texas. You got you got a situation that involves teenagers. One ended up.
You got a 135-pound, 5'7" black guy with two brothers, 6'1", 215, 220.
Right, and they get into an altercation.
And they put their hands on him.
And he defends himself and kills one.
Yeah.
And now they're having the trial, and the makeup of that particular county, I think it's only 10 or 12% black, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And you got a jury, an all-white jury.
Yeah.
I think 7 males, 5 women. And my thing, do you think, and you got a black who is on trial for murder, and the victim was the white kid. Do you think the black can get a fair trial there with an all-white jury?
Well,
can you get it in 2026? Can you get a fair trial in the county?
In this 2026, and with the attitude of a president of this country, supported and overt racism, very doubtful.
So you expect?
Very doubtful.
Well, but you got people, black and white, saying everything. Blacks and whites and other people saying things are fair. That he'll be treated fairly.
Well, if they thought they were going to treat them fairly, then why did the prosecutor eliminate the possibility of all black jurors?
Yeah, some black. Yeah, okay. Some black jurors.
The prosecutor said no black jurors. We're not going to take a chance of a black man saying this kid had a right to defend himself. I bet you he didn't go in there assaulting a 220-pound white boy at 5'7", and he's weighing 135 pounds. He didn't know him, so it sure wasn't premeditated, was it?
No, and there was a witness or two that said that hands were put on him before he made his move.
I know about that. What am I going to do? Let this man maul me?
Right, and
yeah.
Well, any other? I got a couple other ones for you. The president is going to the Monday night NBA game in New York in Madison Square Garden. He's been invited by the owner.
Well,
yes, Fred.
Well, there's not many popular bitches in this country, and so we shouldn't be surprised by anything that these billionaires do.
Right. He was invited by them. He was invited by the owner. accepted the invitation, do you think he will? The big question now, many people are asking: will he be booed or will he be cheered?
He will absolutely be booed. I would guarantee it. If you want to take bets on it, lay big money because you're going to win.
Do you think there'll be more booing than not booing?
It's going to be nothing but booing.
Hey, Fred.
I don't even know why he's going. If I was him, I wouldn't go because I wouldn't want that on national television.
Well, in his mind, he thinks he's going to be cheered. I think that's what he's thinking.
Well, we know he's not the sausage, content. I can't even call it. I got tongue-tied.
Yeah.
But we know what his personality is like. He thinks white is right and black is back. So whatever we think about him, we just remember he thinks that he is Jesus Christ and God in one. Well, he believes that. So he's going to be booed.
Well, the other thing, Fred, I mean, if I told you, Fred, you and I had invitations to come to the White House for the MMA UFC event that's being put on, tied in with the 250th birthday of the country.
Yeah, I do like some of these other guys are doing. I found an excuse not to go. I would not go. And they're dropping off like flies right now. They're finding out that is not a popular thing to do.
Right. Well,
it's not.
Anything you wanted to hit on before I part ways? Anything you wanted to share? Did you ever take did Dusty Baker ever play golf with you?
Never did. Never did play golf with Dusty Baker.
What does that say?
I don't know if he can play golf.
Well, he's written a book now. He's got a book out called Confessions, if I'm correct. And it's a real good book. It's a real good book.
Okay.
And he included Mr. Baseball and myself in his book. What does that say about?
Yeah.
He gave us a line in his book, but
what was the line?
Well, he just mentioned us. That the friendship. Okay. The friendship. It was a positive, friendship. Yeah.
Well, I was telling my sons the other day. I played golf with some of the greatest athletes this country's ever seen.
Right, I know you did. And took their money. And took some money from them.
Took their money. I didn't take any of Bill Russell's money. Bill Russell insisted that I be his partner.
Oh, okay. Well, they always said, and everybody talks about how smart he was.
Yeah, he's smart enough to pick the best player.
Yeah, okay.
You and I partners, I don't care whoever these other guys play with, you and I partners, boy, that tickled him. You never heard him laugh, boy, you should have been there. We were in Hawaii together for 10 days. But I played golf with Jim Brown, Fred Williamson, his name is Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan and I played golf together for 10 years. Jimmy Wynn and all of those guys, Enos Cabell.
Yes.
But I played golf with a bunch of Hall of Famers. And one thing I can say was consistent among the ones that really were Hall of Famers.
Right.
Was how intelligent.
Oh, yes.
They were.
Yeah. Yeah.
All were intelligent. So intelligent. I was so pleased to see that.
Right. And the title of the book is Crossroads. Baseball says Crossroads. Crossroads is the title of the book. I think I said Confessions. Crossroads is Dusty Baker's Crossroads, and it deals with him as I read a lot of it last night. It deals with his time in the service and how he joined the reserves and his relationship with Hank Aaron and all of the other guys, Ralph Garr, and just a lot of great, even his relationship with Craig Joseph over at, who had been the owner of This Is It, the restaurant for years. He talked about him also. So we commend him on his book, and we recommend that people look at Father's Day coming up. That would probably be a great gift for some fathers, especially those who like sports and baseball.
Did he mention why he left Houston?
That's in there too. He didn't want to leave.
He didn't?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. No, he could have. He probably would have hung another year if you know. But they.
He wasn't offered the opportunity, you think?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he enjoyed his time here, and to show you, when remember the Astros got in the Astros were in trouble with that sign stealing thing, right?
Right.
So you get a call early one morning from an individual who had worked with the Astros, and he said, "Man, what about this guy? Do you think he could help the Astros in regards to getting some good publicity and win if he wanted to come here?" So this is an early morning call, Fred, and you know when these guys call you early in the morning, they're really serious. That's a 5:30 in the morning call. The late Deacon Jones was calling about Dusty Baker and the Astros. So I said I thought it would be a great idea. So around about 10 or 11 o'clock, 5 hours later, he calls back and he said, "Hey man, he'll be here tomorrow." to talk to Jim Crane. He said he'll be here tomorrow to talk to Jim Crane.
Okay.
And the rest is history. You know.
So that's what got him here. That bad publicity had them bring him in and kind of clean it up.
Right, and he was the right. Not only did he clean it up, they won. Think about it, they won.
He did a great job.
A fantastic job. So I just want to. Well, enjoy yourself. Who you got tonight?
I think San Antonio is going to have to win tonight. I don't like the coaching. I don't like the coaching philosophy in particular. I think that it appears to me just from looking at the game that the players are coaching themselves. I mean, I cannot imagine a coach having Wemby Young playing out around the 3-point line and staying out there. So I don't see where they're having any coaching at all.
Well, we'll find out. But I thought Mike Brown did a good job the way he shuttled players in and out of there for New York the other night.
Well, Mike Brown has shown he's a coach. I don't think, even though Johnson is in the finals,
right,
he hasn't shown that I don't respect him as a coach.
Well, he's probably got a telephone call or two in regard to
somebody. I don't know why he didn't get a telephone call at halftime. They can't win. They cannot win with Wemby Young playing the way he played the other night. There's no way he can win with that style of play.
Right.
Shooting 3-pointers and not even close to the goal. Because I understand he's thin, and they're kind of mauling him and pushing him out, so he's not able to be as rugged as you probably need to be as a center. But you have to work somewhere around what's happening to him to consider yourself a good coach.
Yeah. Well,
you got to. You can't do that. You're not coaching.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you. You have a good weekend. Stay out of trouble.
I'm gonna stay out of trouble until the next call from my friend Ralph Cooper. And you and I got to talk. We got to talk before we have a meeting with Art Lopez.
Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, I got you. Okay,
right.
Thank you.
Okay,
thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay.
Bye.
Let's try another caller here. Caller, you're on.
Hi, Ralph. Good call by Fred. I'll let you touch on a couple of things he said before I get to why I called. First of all, he mentioned that Bill Russell, intelligent, and Kareem was also always reading the book while the other people were getting ready for the game. But someone told me, they told me they had an autograph from Bill Russell. I told them straight out, no, you don't.
No.
you know the deal about Bill Russell.
Didn't want you to hardly put a microphone in his face. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. If anybody out there really truly has an autograph, that could probably be worth.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
But I doubt that they do, unless it's some nurse while you visited at the hospital or something like that. you mentioned Wilt Chamberlain the other day, and like if you put in Wilt and the same players from the other, that team would win. And now I'll use the same analogy. The Spurs right now. Stick with the same group, but if Pop was coaching, and I understand his situation, but that would make that makes that big a difference. Ralph, the coaching.
Yes, it
They
will.
would have won. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a difference. I don't think they would have blown them leads. You had a 20-point lead, I think, at one time. You had a 14-point lead.
Yeah. But,
not that he didn't blow leads, but I'm just saying I don't think that may not have happened with him there at full strength. Yeah.
And basically, we're talking about experience.
Yeah.
I mean, the experience of Bob. I think he was close to the lead and all-time win. He has been there that long. But it's a must-win tonight, Ralph. I mean, if they lose tonight, they would have lost the two first home games, and it would be the best of five. Spurs would have to win 4 out of 5, with 3 games being in Madison Square Garden.
Right.
And by the way, speaking of that, my guy, come on, Donald Trump. Look, Ralph.
Yeah, he's going to Madison Square Garden Monday night.
I heard you. He should be cheered, ladies and gentlemen. And here's why. Look, Ralph, you know the ticket prices. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, anybody attending the Madison Square Garden, the Knicks game tonight, unless they got it on a freebie or a pass, a sports writer's pass or anything. We're talking people with money, Ralph, okay? We're not talking poor people.
No, in Madison Square Garden, I think for that, I think they started at around $7,500, $8,000 in the nosebleed. And I don't know what they're doing down low, and that's coming from some reliable sources. I mean, this is just not coming from anybody. They're coming to, and the ticket price, even over in San Antonio tonight, the nosebleeds are running $700, $800, $900.
Oh yeah, but
in Madison Square Garden, because it's a smaller place, of course, and it's New York City.
Yeah,
you're talking about $8,000 to just get in the building.
I know. We're talking about people who live in the Upper East Side, and Paris will tell you about the Upper East Side. People with money, okay?
Right.
People with money tend to stick together, ladies and gentlemen. The rich stick with it. In other words, I don't think there'll be any poor people that are worried about gas prices or milk prices, basically. And those people got money. And so, what do they have common with my guy? Money!
Yeah, right.
So maybe but I agree.
But you think there would be more cheers in the place than boos in regard to him? That's what you're telling me.
No, because the thing they override the money.
But you're going to have people with money. There will be more people in the building with money than without money. But you still think there would be more? You think there would be more people? He would be received with more boos than cheers?
It'll be a mixed bag. Probably so. Yeah, more. Because I mean, even though he's from Queens, he's a New Yorker. He's not loved there. I mean, but I want to mention that simple point of taking this to the prices, and those people got money tonight. You're not seeing any people who have money to.
Right. Yeah. So what about the case up in Fresno? You think?
Oh, that's an interesting one. I mean, we're still at that stage where, a black man, and is it really all white jury?
Yes, all white jury. It's all white jury.
Not even one black. Okay, I'll believe you.
Now you may have I take that back. You may have an Asian or a Hispanic on the jury, but there are no blacks on the jury.
Okay. No blacks. Yeah, and obviously that's not nothing new, but hopefully we've moved a little in terms of society, but lots of people still believe that he can't get and if it's true, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not sure if he has a black lawyer or
Who's
white
that?
lawyer.
I'm not sure. I know. All I know is that I have some blacks involved in the case as lawyers for him. But I'm told he's got a dream team.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't. Maybe we'll have an attorney to call us with a little bit. I'm gonna have Attorney Muhammad on later. Attorney Muhammad on later on, and maybe he can give us a little bit more on that.
And obviously, when you say dream team, we all think of O.J. and Johnny Cochran, and that's what saved them, the dream, the lawyers. But well, in this case, I mean, he's not doesn't have the highest prize lawyers, I guess, like the real dream team. But what was it? Oh yes, yeah. No, if it's true, ladies and gentlemen, if you really felt you can't get a trial and you were in his position, and I'm sure that the attorneys already tried to change the venue. Hey, Judge, we can't get it. Let's move it to Houston, Texas, or some place that has a more equal population. But no. If it's true and you believe it's true, do you tell your attorneys? And people don't like this word, plea bargain. I don't know if they're not going to the death penalty, but plea bargain will get you less time, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't plea bargain. If I'm innocent and you got a witness or two out there, I understand there's a witness or two out there who saw him have hands put on him first. You know,
got all white jury, man.
Yeah, I know.
You will take your chances, well, honestly.
Yeah, I think I know I did it in self-defense. And think about it now, Texas Mike. You mention this all the time now. These people are younger than us.
Right, that's the story, right? But good point.
They're gonna take that chance. I'm thinking in that mindset, even in an older mindset, I still would take that chance if I'm innocent, and I know they put their hands on me, and I know I've got a witness or two. I'm gonna ride with my witnesses and myself.
But also, and another thing, it is okay. I believe all white jury. Also, the makeup. How many women? Women tend to
five women.
5 women, and the age, are they older people or speaking of younger people? The jury.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure of that. But 5 women on the jury.
So some people would say, well, maybe and it happens all the time in our courses, but I'm innocent, but I'm not going to take my chances and serve 30 years when I should get out in 6. Well, you know
like you said, get a probation or something. Yeah, I got you. I understand. But like I said, we're dealing with younger people now.
Yeah. And one last thing, the college thing about the
All-Star game.
People asking the youngsters, and after they're taking money in the Atlanta game, but I mean that's what players always say. 20%, and I'm using a different analogy for the price. 20% of the people do the actual work, and the 80%, the balance, just sit around and talk a good game and just get the benefits of that 20%. I mean, they want the benefits of these youngsters, but and they want to make money on the side. No, that won't work, Ralph. I agree. Come on, 40. Thank you, Ralph.
Thank you. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm J.J. Walls with Sunnyside Dental, and yes, it's now been over 30 years that we've been providing quality dental care for our patients in the Houston area. It's now come to my attention that many of you that want to come to Sunnyside Dental have Medicare plans that we don't accept. Hold up, that has got to change. Sunnyside Dental is now accepting most Medicare dental plans. WellCare, Liberty, United Healthcare, Cigna, Kelsey Care Advantage, Amerigroup, Aetna, and many more. We're getting on board. Call Sunnyside Dental at 713-738-1999. If you have Medicare and would like to receive a personal touch provided by Sunnyside Dental, call us at 713-738-1999. We look forward to helping you achieve the smile that you can't wait to share with the world.
Got Medicare dental benefits? Call Sunnyside Dental 713-738-1999.
Are you looking for a pharmacy pharmacy where you're more than just the next person in line, where the pharmacists are friendly, willing to talk to you about your prescriptions and over-the-counter medications, where they make deliveries to customers in the general area, then you need my pharmacy of choice. Mercury Drive Pharmacy, 918 Mercury Drive, right off of I-10 East, near the 610 Loop. James Muldrow and his staff are there to serve you. I've been a customer for over 37 years. The insurance companies have tried to steer me to the corporate pharmacies, but I prefer Mercury Drive. It's a staple in East Houston, serving Fidelity, Jacinto City, Pleasantville, Fifth Ward, North Shore, Wood Forest, Galena Park, Channelview, offering free delivery to those areas and others. Most insurances are accepted. Mercury Drive Pharmacy is open Monday through Saturday for your convenience. Phone 713-674-6122. 713-674-6122. Mr. Muldrow and his staff are happy to serve you. Mercury Drive Pharmacy, 918 Mercury Drive, south of I-10 East. Are you looking for a pharmacy where you're more than just the next person in line, where the pharmacists are friendly, willing to talk to you about your prescriptions and over-the-counter medications, where they make deliveries to customers in the general area? Then you need my pharmacy of choice. Mercury Drive Pharmacy, 918 Mercury Drive, right off of I-10 East, near the 610 Loop. James Muldrow and his staff are there to serve you. I've been a customer for over 37 years. The insurance companies have tried to steer me to the corporate pharmacies, but I prefer Mercury Drive. It's a staple in East Houston, serving Fidelity, Jacinto City, Pleasantville, Fifth Ward, North Shore, Wood Forest, Galena Park, Channelview, offering free delivery to those areas and others. Most insurances are accepted. Mercury Drive Pharmacy is open Monday through Saturday for your convenience. Phone 713-674-6122. 713-674-6122. Mr. Muldrow and his staff are happy to serve you. Mercury Drive Pharmacy, 918 Mercury Drive, south of I-10 East.
In life's most difficult moments, comfort matters. At Lord Edward Memorial, we believe every life is a blessing worth honoring with dignity and care. With a combined 60 years of experience, our compassionate staff walks beside your family with faith, respect, and understanding. Lord Edward Memorial, serving families with grace, compassion, and heartfelt care. Visit us at 6677 Rookin Street, Houston, 77074, or give us a phone call at 346-446-6675.
The Morning Magazine is the show that has Houston talking. Houston talking.
I'm Paris Ely, inviting you to join us on the Morning Magazine from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, right here on KCOH. The Morning Magazine, where we choose to keep news, stories, factual, commentary informative, and conversations productive. As you might guess, it's a work in progress. Tune in and see for yourself. You're invited to join us with your thoughtful analysis and considered opinions as well on topics meant to address community needs and solve our common problems. Join me on The Morning Magazine.
The Morning Magazine with Paris Ely. Weekday mornings, 8 to 11 a.m. on 1230 KCOH, The Source.
And I'm back, and we're back, and if you want to call in, dial 713-668-1230, and caller, you're on.
Before I give up Peter Bryson tribute, I want to say this guy Fred Betts. This guy's always hitting. This guy's always good for a triple or a double or a single, but lately he been sending them out the ballpark.
Well,
Got window panes and things with his commentary.
Well, you heard him say that when he played golf with all those superstars, Bill Russell wouldn't play with anybody but him. That says something right there, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
This guy Fred Betts is I like that topic you brought up about that about the boycotting the players. There's some indifferences about
Right.
you know what I'm saying.
The players, the NAACP and others have asked college athletes to have second thoughts or not to attend universities in the SEC or the red states that have been redistricting in regards to changing the voting up. They want them to make a sacrifice in regards to what's been happening in voting, but then you have an event of the status of the Legacy Football Bowl game moving into Atlanta with a big sponsor, and of course a number of other things are tied into the game that would benefit black people. But is it worth it if you're asking one group not to do what they could do to put some money in their pocket? Are you really right doing what you're doing?
I'm glad you brought that up because it's going to take some type of sacrifice from both ends to be able to combat this injustices that they're perpetrating. Because if we don't take a stand some kind of way, we're going to continue to take to be able to just accept anything that these people come up. And LSU, I'm glad you mentioned LSU need to be looked at too, because this guy, this governor of Louisiana, Landry, I'm pretty sure boycott LSU will really put a hurting on them. Not only LSU, but the other red states that you mentioned.
Right, but see, if it's all about money. See, what message, if it's me and you with the football all-star game, and we know it's a boycott going, know that there's boycott talk, okay, do we go on with our game, I'm telling you what would make me go on without the game, make me go on with the game. My understanding would be, nobody's going to participate in no boycott, so let me go on and make me a piece of money.
Yeah,
that seems to be the attitude. But now, if I'm an athlete, I'm saying the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know all the ins and outs of what's going on with that thing right there, but I've been hearing talk about taking the 4-star players out of the SEC, just in protest of what's going on politically. So, everybody's gonna have to sacrifice in order to combat some of these injustices that
right. But if you just want me, if they just want me and you and people our ages to look at it in alternative ways, but you're not find another state to have the All-Star game in. Move the All-Star game to another state and take your money.
Is that really what it's coming down to? It's about an All-Star game?
It's an All-Star football game involved. Yes, that's what it is involved. And a career activities in regards to jobs and other things for younger people. Yes, it's all tied in.
Yeah, the scholarships and recruiting four-star players. That's what it's about.
This is more about pros. You get a chance to be seen by the pros, if I'm correct. This is a college all-star football game, and a career day or career day events in regards to jobs for young people. But if you're asking young people not to accept scholarships from these universities,
right?
But at the same time, you're holding an event to make money. You're not letting people come into the football game free.
Yeah. They're going to have to work that. I think they're going to have to find some kind of way to work that out, because like the dude said, in that movie The Mac, we're gonna have to bring both ends together to make this thing happen.
Well, what about
in regard to?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, what about the case up in Frisco, Texas?
Oh man, yeah, Ralph. All-white jury, man. That ain't fair. That ain't fair at all. I'm pretty sure there's some juries they can find some black jurors to fit into. They already saying they pretty much saying that they gonna have it rigged, that they got an all-white jury.
You don't think a black male can get a fair murder trial with an all-white jury of a white victim in 2026? That's what you're telling me, right?
Man, hey,
I'm asking.
I feel more comfortable if it had somebody in my peers that was judging me. There might be some fair white jurors on, but hey, I feel like to be fair.
Yes.
I mean, here in 2026,
yes,
you got to be at least a couple of jurors that are of my color. They can overlook this thing. My defense. No, I don't. And it got. It's almost like it's rigged. You tell me you can't find no black jurors.
Well, I
don't believe that.
They had three possibilities. All were dismissed or not chosen. Yes.
Now, in regard to the ball game
tonight,
Wemby. Yeah, I think the New York, the Knicks, they feel like they not coming in here messing around. They need, if they don't get the crown this time around, they probably never will go on. So these guys got their game face on, so to speak. They ain't gonna let these youngsters just come go league the first year. First couple of years in the league and win a crown. We've been trying to win a crown since 1973.
So what's your prediction tonight?
It's hard, Ralph. It's kind of hard. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Spurs tonight. I think they go ahead and pull it out tonight, but it's gonna be another tight one.
What do you call tight?
Like a 5-point win.
Oh, okay. 5 points. Okay.
Wemby's on his way to greatness, but he needed to develop the Jabbar hook shot. If he gonna be, even though he's hitting that three pretty regularly, he needs to be down in the paint. I mean, developing a sky hook. That he would be totally unstoppable if he. And put on some weight too.
Yeah.
That kid gonna be unstoppable, man.
Well, thank you.
Hey, Ralph, do you
what?
You looking at these color commentators that's calling the game. You think Vernon Maxwell would be to qualify to call the game?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. The main concern about calling games, and speaking from experience, if you have a hot mouth. You know what I'm talking about. If you it's just controlling your profanity. In a lot of cases, it's easy for a guy to do that. Much easier for people to do that than people think. But I think it is because I'm speaking from experience now too. Now, it's
okay.
You can. I've had guys come in here and you say, "Hey, man, you can't use the profanity with me," and they go 2 hours and don't use any profanity.
Oh, okay. Well, it might be kind of.
See, but I'm just saying it's possible to do it. It's
possible, bro.
Yeah, but see, now could Beverly do it? Now Beverly would be a problem. What's his name? Beverly. They used to play with the Rockets.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of his first name right. He would be more of a problem.
Patrick.
Patrick Beverly.
Beverly.
Yeah. He would be more of a problem in my opinion. He would have to make more of an adjustment. I'll put it that way, than say Vernon Maxwell. I think, but a lot of those guys can. And look at the job Tracy McGrady is doing.
Oh yeah, well, pretty disciplined fellow with his language.
Yeah,
Maxwell,
Well, the check would change your mind also. The check. Think about the check. Every time you think about using some profanity, think about the check.
I saw Rob Williams. You mentioned the South Park and the Third Ward players that could have qualified for this the playing the game. But I remember seeing Rob Williams just hanging out up under the freeway with clothes he had been wearing for about a month. Had he been able to get himself straightened up, he probably would have been able to last in the league for a while. But I saw a lot of players back.
Well, look at what Rob Williams did. Rob Williams still holds the record. Think about this, what I'm about to tell you. Listen closely. As a rookie, Rob Williams set a record for assists with the Denver Nuggets. And guess what? The record is still there. Nobody's broken the record.
Oh.
But
wow.
Yeah. But it's the same. He was his coach was Doug Moe. And at that time, when the Rockets them first started playing, those seats on the floor were not like they are now. So the media, you had conversations with the coaches, and the coach did make that comment. He called him a little hog because he was out of shape. But he respected his play though. He respected Rob Williams. He respected the gift and the work that Rob Williams had put in to become who he was on the basketball court. He said if we could just get to it, and they couldn't get to it. Yeah, they couldn't. Yeah, and Rob had. Think about it, Rob. Even after basketball, even after the problems he had, he started a rehab type situation, and it worked for a while, but he went back. But look at the greatest rehab turnaround, in my opinion, has been John Lucas. I think this is his 40th year. It's around 40 years.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. So, and we know when I first met John Lucas, and we were all younger, I thought John Lucas could have been governor or president because of how he could speak and everything, how he carried himself.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, he was something else. And he was good at it. He was convincing, I'll put it that way. I got to get these others in. Thank you.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let's get another one. And caller, you're on.
Ralph Cooper, what's going on, my man?
Oh, you've got it, my man.
Oh, my man. Hey, you want me to mention what I sent you last night, or you want to?
No, you can do that in regards to Sloan Hood. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
For those who may not know, the great Yates Lion and University of Houston and Houstonian proud Sloan Hood passed, and I understand that there's a GoFundMe type situation in regards to his family, his wife, etc., and kids. And you want to hit that? Go ahead.
Sometimes, when you're working for certain people, if you're not a full-time, especially teachers, HISD, they have this thing whereas you have to be a full-time teacher to get life insurance and medical insurance, and unfortunately, Sloan didn't have life insurance, so the family's asking for some help with burying our brother Sloan Hood. It's unfortunate, but if you're friends of Sloan Hood, and if you have his Facebook account, you can put it up on Facebook, and the GoFund account is on there, or I'm trying to find it right now so I can actually give it if I can.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and do it. Yeah.
Okay. If you want to go to and give the funeral, Sloan can have a burial and everything. Go to HTT. Well, no, I'm gonna just go to this GoFund.me/6CB as in boy, 8, F as in Frank, 10, E as in ether, 9.
Okay, let me do it, and also take your time and do that, and speak up a little louder also if you can.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let me do this, Ralph.
And while you do that, let me do this. Also, you can give. I'm gonna put it up on my page also. I'll put it on my Facebook page also.
Okay. Okay, I think I sent it on your page, Ralph, and tagged you last night on it, so you already have it.
Okay, okay, I'll make sure it's up. But go. Okay, what's the GoFundMe again for Sloan Hood?
Okay, let me do it again, man. I lost my page, but I'm at a bad place with the
okay.
Bad place with my. It is GoFund.me /6 C as in coffee, B as in boy, 8 F as in Frank, 10 E 9.
Okay, and do this for me. Send that to me again. Send it to me again when you hang up or you get a chance. Send it back to me again, okay? And
okay.
And I'll make sure I got it up there also. Any other thing? Any other thing, right quick?
Real quick, Ralph. I guess we talked about this before about the NAACP want these black athletes to boycott, for their money. But you know what, Ralph? For all these black folks that wanted boycott and all this stuff, none of this would have happened if you all would have got out and voted in these southern states, because there's more black people than a little bit in these southern states.
Right.
And as far as the NAACP is concerned and stuff like that, now you want these young boys to sacrifice. But you know what? When y'all saw this climate coming with this gerrymandering and all this Trumpism as far as racism, I didn't see no NAACP heads come up as far as educating the black people of the awareness of what was going on and what was getting ready to happen. I haven't seen NAACP do anything to educate black people on voting and get more registered black people to vote, and also have different types of workshops to call people out to let them know why they voting and why they voting counts. I ain't seen the NAACP do none of that. But now, yet it's still, now you want to stand up and you want these young men to cut their economic opportunities just because what you say, and you haven't done nothing in a long time to actually, and also none of the National Black Caucus haven't done anything either. Matter of fact, 2 National Black Caucus guys was actually on this law that was filed to cut black people and cut these black students from getting NIL money.
So also, but now you've got the All-State Legacy Bowl football game coming to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Do you think that is? I mean, but at the same time, we go back again. You want the young athletes, to think about going to school in another place instead of taking the money in those red states.
It's hypocritical, Ralph, and it's always been hypocritical.
I got yeah.
It's those same people who actually want you to do something will bow down for that dollar. So the name of the game is money, all the way around. And the thing is, I'm surprised when we talk about money. Why is it that the NAACP haven't never formed a super PAC to start paying those people down in Washington that help black people in their agenda? Ralph, when you think about it, Ralph, you got a whole lot of other people that is doing the game now as far as getting formed super PACs to pay politicians to get their agenda passed. Ralph, check this out. Why you think the Asian hate bill passed so fast? It's because the Asian community got together and paid enough people to get that passed. Why do you think the LGBT community, why they get their agenda passed? Because they get together and form a super PAC and pay Democrats to push their agenda. And we still on the old plan, Ralph, and thinking that marching and protesting is the thing. Ralph, that is gone. It was good in the 60s, but now the name of the game is you get money. Ever since they brought this Citizens United thing, everybody got on board. And like I said, Ralph, during every black person in the national Black Caucus up there, Washington's getting AIPAC money, which is money from Jews/Zionists, and they pay everybody. And you see nobody, and if you say you can't say Jew, you can't say the whole word out of your mouth. You say some derogatory about a Jew, something like that, you would lose your job. It's because of the name of the game now is money. Now I don't know why is it that NAACP and all these other black organizations haven't got involved and started getting people to put money in there and stuff, and we have our own super PAC.
Thank you.
And then also, all right.
No, hit the last right quick. Hit the last part.
What's the last part of what?
You were about to say something. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay, Ralph. I'm good, Ralph. I'm gonna go smoke a cigar now. Bye.
Bye. Smoke a cigar. Bye. And Carla, you're on. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well, I got a few comments about what you're talking about.
Go ahead.
First of all, San Antonio, win or lose, I'm going down with them. They win in the night. If they don't win tonight, they're going to win Monday night. Trump gone with his friends. So how you going to like the New York Knicks owner and Trump is his best friend?
I like the Knicks because of Towns. I like the Knicks because of Brunson. That's why I like the Knicks.
Yeah, I know that, but you see, when you say that, well, then that's what Trump's saying. And I like Brunson. I like the way he plays. So if you're going with the Knicks, then that's a symbol that you're going along with Trump. You see.
Well, that's debatable. Would I take a seat next to him at the game? No.
Yeah, but
would I go into the suite if I was invited to go to New York and sit in the suite with Mr. Trump? Would I go? I would go. But let me share something with you. I would suppose I came back and said, "Yeah, man, I'm going because I want to interview him." Would you believe that? That's the only reason I'm going is because I want to interview him.
No, you're going for the game.
I tell you the truth. I said no. I'm going because I want to interview him. You wouldn't believe me, would you? You just said I'm not telling you the truth.
Well, hey, you can interview him. You can say that, but you got your personal reason which you don't have to let out. But all I'm saying in your opinion, what could that personal reason? I'm just curious. What could that personal reason be? Since you said I may have a personal reason. Well, your personal reason might be you like Trump. You're down with him, but you don't want the extra outside public to know because you know how they feel.
Yeah, okay. You believe that? Do you believe that too?
Well, I don't know. I ain't gonna put it.
But you already put it out. What you talking about? Go ahead.
But anyway, all I'm saying is that Trump gonna meet his friends, and I wonder where he's gonna sit. He might want to sit right down on the floor.
No, I think they have him in a suite. I think they're gonna put him in a suite.
Yeah, but he might change his mind. Now, is anybody gonna say he can't sit in on the floor?
Well, if you and I were with him, would you want to sit in a suite with him, or you want to sit in the stands on the floor with him, on the floor or in a suite? Which one you want?
Hey, I don't care where I sit with him. I sit with him. He ain't no better than anybody else.
I look at that joker as just a regular dude on the street.
I got you.
I don't care how much money he got.
I got you.
I flip with it. Yeah, now, you was also talking about this redistricting in the Master League.
Right.
And you see, this is why the white guy figure he's always smarter than these Negroes. You see, because he came out with the plan of redistricting. Then he say, we're going to offer the young boys money. We know them old people want them to have money, but we're going to do something they don't like when it comes to politics. But when it comes to education and sports, we're going to go the young boy way. So this way, they got the young against the old. Exactly their plan. And they did it by redistricting. And the old Negroes and those who figure they're smart, all of them figure that. But those that got these offices and positions, when the redistricting came, they should have found a way to shut that down. Because, in my opinion, that looked illegal to me. And why they never on the top of making these rules? Why is it always that white dude, he the one comes out with all these rules? A doggone Negro, he just sit back and follow. Or follow me type.
Well, hit me on the last one right quick. I got to move on. Hit me on the last one.
Well, hey, I want to finish on this redistricting.
Okay, go ahead on the redistricting. Okay.
So what you gonna do? The young boy is gonna say, well, I want to go make some money. Okay, and then the old dude's talking about voting. Now, what this other guy was talking about, the NAACP, he right, man. When NAACP came out, we thought they were going to stand for us. Man, they don't do jack for jack. You go see them for a case, they're going to try to talk you out of it. OC, ARA, supposed to be civil rights, man, they're just sitting there getting paid. They don't have no cases unless it is a big-time case. And then I haven't heard of them. All they're doing is sitting money. So the black boys who got all these degrees in these positions, they're the problem. So they're not doing anything. They're not teaching the public, the black public, for sure. Okay, now when it comes to Carmelo, now that dude got a rich man name. Because when I first heard that, I thought he was a basketball player. But he cannot, the law responsibility is supposed to make things fair. So if you look at this jury, how are you going to tell me it's fair? This guy, his peers are black, and you don't have nobody black out there? There's a way to make this look fair. The law cannot tell me that jury looks fair, or anybody else for that matter.
Well, I got to go. Have a good weekend, and thank you.
All right, Spurs all the way.
You betting money? Yeah, you don't have to answer. You answered already. You're not betting any money. See what happens. Bye. Bye.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, he's not betting any money. And we've got a fishing report coming up, and we've got attorney Warren Fitzgerald. 5, 10,
15, 20, 25, 30. Hi, I'm J.J. Walls with Sunnyside Dental, and yes, it's now been over 30 years that we've been providing quality dental care for our patients in the Houston area. It's now come to my attention that many of you that want to come to Sunnyside Dental have Medicare plans that we don't accept. Hold up, that has got to change. Sunnyside Dental is now accepting most Medicare dental plans. WellCare, Liberty, United Healthcare, Cigna, Kelsey Care Advantage, Amerigroup, Aetna, and many more. We're getting on board. Call Sunnyside Dental at 713-738-1999. If you have Medicare and would like to receive a personal touch provided by Sunnyside Dental, call us at 713-738-1999. We look forward to helping you achieve the smile that you can't wait to share with the world.
Got Medicare dental benefits? Call Sunnyside Dental 713-738-1999.
Saturday, we're taking you back with Kerry Lewis on Inside Tracks. Soulful, funky, rhythm and blues, disco, doo-wop, rock and roll, new jack swing, and everything in between. Inside Tracks has all the classics for you, and even those forgotten gems too. So join Kerry Lewis on Inside Tracks every Saturday afternoon, beginning at 2 p.m. only on KCOH 1230 The Source.
Everybody's talking about the high price of eggs. I don't know much about eggs, but I tell you this. If you want great chicken at a great price, how about Chicken Plus, 6210 North Wayside? Let's see what his customers are saying. Michelle writes, Chicken Plus has some of the best fried chicken and best fried okra in the city. We stay about 45 minutes away, but the drive is definitely worth it. E. Max says, the chicken is seasoned so well and every bite has a special crunch. It's my go-to chicken spot when I want homemade fried chicken that's always good. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Great fried chicken, okra, rice and gravy, desserts. You're going to find it all at Chicken Plus, 6210 North Wayside. You don't have time to make the drive? Hey, no problem. You can order Chicken Plus on DoorDash and Uber Eats. You better do what you got to do to get your hands on some of that great fried chicken, the best fried chicken in the city. Great chicken at great prices. That's Chicken Plus. See you there.
In life's most difficult moments, comfort matters. At Lord Edward Memorial, we believe every life is a blessing worth honoring with dignity and care. With a combined 60 years of experience, our compassionate staff walks beside your family with faith, respect, and understanding. Lord Edward Memorial, serving families with grace, compassion, and heartfelt care. Visit us at 6677 Rookin Street, Houston, 77074, or give us a phone call at 346-446-6675.
Saturday, we're taking you back with Kerry Lewis on Inside Tracks. Soulful, funky, rhythm and blues, disco, doo-wop, rock and roll, new jack swing, and everything in between. Inside Tracks has all the classics for you, and even those forgotten gems too. So join Kerry Lewis on Inside Tracks every Saturday afternoon, beginning at 2 p.m. only on KCOH 1230 The Source.
Once again, I'm Ralph Cooper, and we need to get Attorney Warren Fitzgerald Muhammad in. And for those in other places, the rain is coming down here in Houston in various places all around the area. And if you're driving, I encourage you to drive on the safe side. And let's see if we can find Attorney Warren Fitzgerald Muhammad. Attorney, how are you doing?
Doing fine, Ralph. How you doing?
All right. Can you hear me clearly?
I can. I'm in a parking garage. Can you hear me?
Yes, you seem to be coming in good. I'll let you know if you need to speak up a little bit more. First of all, Attorney, let's jump in on a couple of things. I understand you like the Spurs?
I'm rooting for the Spurs, man. I'm rooting for the Texas team.
Okay. Well, after in the first game, what do you think? Can they come back or what?
I think they can. I think particularly Wemby.
Yes.
Sometimes you can get a little too hyped up, too want to win too bad. I think he was just a little too emotional and too hyped up. He just need to settle down and play his game.
Okay, so you got. So what? He was
all over the floor, man. He was trying to guard the paint, guard the 3-point line.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah, I know. And he made he made 2 or 3 3-pointers from out there.
Yeah, but what puzzled me, I saw him literally get the post position. They threw the pass into him. He was like 4 feet from the rim or so, but he had a man between him and the rim, and he threw it back out to the 3-point line. I'm like, man, just throw your little hooker, your little jumps. You're taller than everybody, you know.
Right.
But I think you need to settle down.
Okay. The other thing that's happening over in Georgia now, Atlanta, they've got an all-star football game that is being sponsored by Allstate. And as you know, Georgia is one of those states with SEC ramifications, and they're asking the athletes not to go to the University of Georgia. Okay. Now, but in the same vein, the people who are putting on the all-star football game are black people, if I'm correct, and they're accepting money from a major sponsor to move all of their activities into Atlanta, including a job fair, a big job career deal benefiting a lot of young blacks. But you're asking the black athlete, the student athletes, not to attend schools like that in that state and other states also. What are your thoughts there? Is that hypocritical, or what is that in your opinion? Or is it just business?
Well, it's always business. But I kind of resonate with the idea of boycotting those universities, but I don't think it's fair nor feasible to put all of the burden on the young athlete to make that decision.
Right.
Because that money is real. That NIL money, and unless there's a movement, we kind of talked about this the last time, unless there's a movement with all of the moving parts, with some funds put up by major sponsors or professional athletes, or, blacks are saying, if you go to Grambling or Prairie View or TSU, the NIL money may not be the same, but we're not going to leave you out in the cold because you made that decision.
Right.
So I think you can't just put it on a young man 18 years old and say, well, I'm not going to take this scholarship. I'm not going to take this scholarship and this NIL money that can get my mama out of the apartment complex.
Or daddy.
Or
daddy.
Or daddy.
Or daddy out of his, he want a sports room. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But if that was a broad-based movement organized around it, then I think it would make more sense.
Okay. And here we go with another one, Attorney Warren Fitzgerald Muhammad on the line with me. And before, if you're looking for an attorney, he'll give you all of his information before we part ways. So get your pencil and paper while we share thoughts. Up in Frisco, Texas, you've got the case going on, the Anthony case, where a young man, black, reports say he, in self-defense, he defended himself and he killed a counterpart, a young white male, and now he's on trial in a murder case, and he's being tried before an all-white jury. And I don't know anything about his law team. I've been told that he has a super law team. You may know the individuals or know of them. What are your thoughts? Can a young black male, young black male charged with murdering a white male get a fair trial in Texas with an all-white jury?
Well, that's a real dicey. It's a very good question. That's a real dicey situation. First, the rules have to be followed on jury deselection. It's not actually selecting a jury. It's just getting rid of the people that you don't want.
Right.
The jury consists of those who are left. But the state has to follow certain rules in what they call striking juror, and they can't do it solely on the basis of race. So there's something called the Batson charge, where you can force the prosecution to give a reason why they struck a particular person. And I've tried cases before all-white juries before, and maybe surprising, I've actually had trials in which there were some black people on the jury pool.
Yes.
And I struck them myself rather than the state striking them.
Right.
And I ended up with an all-white jury and was successful in my defense.
Okay.
So that is.
Why did you get rid of the blacks? Because
you don't need just any kind of black on your jury.
Okay, I got you.
And that's kind of the art and the science of jury selection,
Yes.
and the art of persuasion. You have to really be able to read people. I don't need someone who's going to be weak and just go along.
Right.
On my jury just because they're black, because then they're not doing anything for me.
Right.
So if it's down to a weak person who may be black and a white person who I may have made a sense of some type of connection that they may actually consider what I'm saying, I may go with the white person.
Okay.
And it's really based, now there has to be a lot of skill on the part of the attorney.
Right.
You can't miss on that.
No, no. And this case, do you know the anything about the attorneys representing Anthony?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to look at that background.
Okay.
Are they black attorneys or
from what I've looked at, they appear to be black. Now, there may be another person or two in there maybe that was not in the picture, but all of the attorneys appear to be black, and maybe we'll get more information on that. But going back to that, I was a part of what they call a jury panel, right? So, and the guy that was involved was dealing with a burglary, and he had a black attorney, and so a week or so later, I saw the attorney, right? I wasn't picked, right? I said, and I made a comment that kind of indicated to him I thought the white people had eliminated me, right? He eliminated me. I said, so why would you eliminate me? He said, hey, man, he said, I just felt that if all the things that he committed came out, a black person wasn't going to be for him because he committed against a black person. He said he burglarized the home of an older black woman, and he said, I saw you sitting up there, and if you're on that jury, and he said if the prosecutor called the woman up to the victim talking about now,
right?
He said I knew he was gone. He said.
He probably did the right thing, man.
Well, I think he did too in that case, because later on he told me that the guy had been following the things he was supposed to do in regards to rehabbing, but he said it still was a chance he took that maybe you thought he would be better off rehabbing locked up, for a long period of time. So hey, you know how that is.
Well, I came up in a time when we didn't have much opportunity to have black people on the jury.
Right.
Kind of changed now a lot because of demographic.
Right.
But as an attorney, we really had to learn how to talk to them white folks.
Yes.
We had to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I was able to have a good amount of success.
Well.
And sometimes I say, just give me 12 good old down home white people.
Right. Well,
I'm not going to try to change their mind. I'm just going to ask them to set their belief aside just for this one. I'm not going to ask you to think that all Negroes don't. You might think all Negroes think. I'm not going to try to convince you that they don't.
Right.
I'm just going to ask you to consider maybe this one time he didn't.
Right. And ending before we close with your comments on how they can get in touch with you, the NBA moves to New York on Monday, and President Trump has indicated he's going to accept the invitation of the owner of the Knicks to be at the game. Now, I want to thank Dr. Cavill and several others. The Secret Service has to operate in a certain way. They can't operate, if I'm correct, from what I'm reading, with Trump on courtside, right? So he's got to be in a suite somewhere in the building, the way it looks. But what I want to ask you is, do you think there will be more boos or more cheers for Trump at that ball game Monday night?
Oh, wow.
Just what do you think? We hear all this talk about the economy, gas and food and other things, the war. I'm just curious, and I'm kind of divided on what I think in that regards. I think more people, he may get more cheers.
Let me share with you something that I saw recently.
Yes.
This company was trying to get my business, a digital company trying to get me to buy some of their products. They invited me to go to a Rockets game.
Right.
And when they did the national anthem and came the flag out there, and I watched everybody stand up, and I saw all them white people standing there with their hand over their heart.
Right.
And I was like, they really buy into this America is the greatest country in the world thing.
Right. They do.
Regardless of what I might think personally, they believe that. And there's more of them in the audience than it is.
And they're buying the tickets. Yeah, they pay that. And if you went to the concession stand, you really respect them.
Yeah. So I tend to think like you, man. He might actually get more cheers than boos.
Yeah. Well, how can people get in touch with you, and what type of representation is it that you do offer?
I offer personal injury, accident cases, medical malpractice. If you think you've been harmed by a doctor or a hospital, you can reach out to me. Or if you've been in a wreck or an 18-wheeler, or got damaged, harmed at an apartment complex, lack of security, or faulty elevators, things of that nature. Anywhere you're a victim of someone's negligence, that's what I do. And I also still have a criminal defense practice.
And how can they get in touch with you?
3 ways. My number is 800-397-7760. Email is warren@wfmlawfirm.com. You can always go to my website, which is wfmlawfirm.com, and you can, see more about my background and the type of things I've done over my career, and we have intake forms available right there on the website.
And one last thing, Juneteenth is coming up. I understand chatting with Chappie. One of the things that Chatting with Chappie does, he barbecues. He smokes meat.
Right.
And he does it at a high level. And how can they get in touch with Chatting with Chappie about Juneteenth celebrations, or even class graduation celebrations, wedding celebrations, where they may need your services?
You can go to my email. It's chappiesque.com. CHAPPIESQUE.com. And you can order right there online. You can order your biscuits, your handcrafted sausage, your beef ribs. I don't cook any pork products. But the beef ribs, the chicken.
No pork ribs?
no pork ribs.
I'm messing with you.
But I tell you what, if you eat my beef ribs, you might give up on the pork.
Hey, I will testify to that. You got a second on that? Go ahead. Try the beef ribs, please.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna get out of the way, and be careful out in this weather. I know where you are. You're coming from a prayer session, right?
Actually, I missed it, man. The rain held me up. And
right. Okay.
Then I got a call. I had to come down here to the medical center to visit a client. So always working.
Okay. Well, be careful and all that good stuff. Okay, because it's raining over in this area, as you can see now. So thank you.
Right.
Okay.
Who you got tonight, Ralph? Who you got tonight?
The Knicks. I'm going with Mr. Brunson and Mr. Towns.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. And Mike Brown, a man who's paid his dues.
Now that I think that really might be the difference in the whole thing. That Mike Brown been coaching his tail off. Man.
Right. And Johnson, Coach Johnson, his father. His father was J.J. Johnson. John Johnson, who played with Seattle and played here in Houston for a while.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Mitch Johnson, that's his father. And in fact, he came here when Moses first came here, and he was the first one he predicted. He said, man, this guy Moses Malone is going to be on another level before he leaves Houston.
Right.
So that's his dad. John Johnson is his father. Okay?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. He come from a good stock then.
Hell, yep. His dad could play, as you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay?
Appreciate you, Ralph.
Okay, we're waiting for Mr. Johnson to get a fishing report in. We should have Mr. Johnson here in a moment, and we'll have a fishing report. And again, I don't know, a lot of people fishing. Many people fish in weather like this, and they do quite well. They do real well. But let's wait for Mr. Johnson. Mr. Robert Johnson, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
All right, I'm going to shut up for a moment with the weather, what it is. Can people catch fish in weather like this?
Definitely. People are catching fish in weather like this.
I'm going to shut up. Go ahead.
All right, definitely. June 1st was the first day of hurricane season. In general, the weather is hotter with a lot of rain this week. The summer doldrums is coming soon. That means we won't have any wind. It's going to get real hot. Rain is forecasted for the week and for this weekend. This rain will assist with the drought conditions and saltwater salinity levels. Important nutrient flow down from our rivers, refreshing our bays. That's nutrients, okay? Along with the rains come the mosquitoes. We found that out last week, wade fishing Mosquito Island, Texas City Dike. Fishermen, remember your water for hydration and repellent for the buzzing friends. Now, on this past Sunday, Captain Steve Coffey and a friend caught 10 black drums, 6 red drums, 1 flounder, 1 sheephead. This was from Clear Lake with live shrimp. Now, this past Monday, June 1st, the 31st, I should say, Monday, June 1st, federal red snapper season opened. The regulations for federal waters is 2 fish with a minimum length of 15 inches. Now, also on Monday, Mike Emerson went out deep sea fishing. He alone caught 3, now listen to this, 31-inch red snappers. They were fishing on the Captain John charter boats. But he did catch 3. Now, he only could keep 2, but he caught 3 31-inch red snapper. He is going to be eating well for a while. Now, this past Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday night, Jerome Bam Johnson, Kerry Mock, and Derek Hayes fished under the lights at Texas City Dike and caught limits of speckled trout every night. They caught limits every night. Now, they had to deal with the mosquitoes, but they were catching fish. Good slot trout. Next, areas that saltwater fishermen may want to focus on this week are Seawolf Park, Galveston Jetties, Texas City Dike, Galveston Beachfront, and Moses Lake. The Galveston Beachfront off the bank has been on fire. Now, the late Roland Ladden, a.k.a. the Legend, his favorite beachfront place was the 37th Street Rock Drawing in Galveston. If you wish to fish this drawing, then you'll have to arrive early to get a good spot. Now, for more information about these spots, give me a call. In freshwater, Lake Conroe, Lake Houston, and Lake Sam Rayburn have been good for crappie and catfish. Last week, I shared some American history about the original Memorial Day holiday. Now, in 1865, Charleston, South Carolina, a group of freed slaves celebrated the lost lives of imprisoned black Union soldiers in a Confederate prison there. That was the first celebration in America of Memorial Day. And since then, it evolved to what we celebrate today. Now, we will have the opportunity to celebrate some living veterans this weekend. The Saltwater Anglers of Texas Club has scheduled the Disabled Veteran Boat Fishing Trip event for tomorrow, Saturday, that's June 6th, at 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., and that's at 5001 East Nassau Road, Parkway, Clear Lake, Texas. Now, currently we have 20 veterans scheduled to boat fish. Now, listen to this. In addition, the club is planning a public fish fry during the same time. The fish fry will begin at 11 a.m. and will go till 6 p.m. Now, tickets for the fish fry are $15, and the public is invited. We do expect some rainy weather tomorrow, but we just plan to adjust to it. Now, again, the fish fry will be under a covered pavilion, and as I said, the public is invited. Now, veterans will eat free in the fish fry as well as the boat trip. Next, tomorrow, June 6th, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department annually has a free, yes, now I should say free, fishing day for Texas fishermen. That's every year, June 6th, free fishing day. This means that Texans can fish without a fishing license for tomorrow only. weekend, May 23rd through Labor Day, September 7th. They've released 120 tag redfish or red drum throughout the coastal waters. Lastly, if anyone has fishing questions, pictures, or report, please call Robert Johnson at 713-826-0677. Again, that's 713-826-0677. Remember to take the kid fishing. We are going to have a great time tomorrow with our veterans and with the fish fry. And then certainly this week we're also going to enjoy San Antonio coming back and winning the second game.
We want to thank you very much for that report, okay?
No problem.
And be careful out in this weather. I know you will be.
Oh, definitely. Safety first, but the rain forecasts are diminishing as the day goes on tomorrow, so we're hoping that we'll be able to get out and fish.
Okay, and the gentleman caught how many red snappers he caught, or what kind of what size again?
He caught 3 red snapper. They were 31 inches apiece.
Damn.
3 red snappers.
Congratulations.
I wanted him to invite me over for supper or anything, but maybe he'll send me an invite. I don't know.
He will. Just be patient. Wait till the weather clears up. I'm sure they filleted it out quite well. And we'll say hello to Captain Coffee also. Captain Coffee also. Okay.
Yeah, he definitely did well. Also, he'll be there tomorrow. He's taking veterans out in his boat.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to a great day.
Okay. Be careful and thank you very, very much. Okay. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. And we'll make way for Don Sam.
Saturday, we're taking you back with Kerry Lewis on Inside Tracks. Soulful, funky, rhythm and blues, disco, doo-wop, rock and roll, new jack swing, and everything in between. Inside Tracks has all the classics for you, and even those forgotten gems too. So join Kerry Lewis on Inside Tracks every Saturday afternoon, beginning at 2 p.m. only on KCOH 1230 The Source.